Hello everybody, welcome to the how to play poker tutorial. Today we're going to teach you how to play poker in very simple steps, a quick and easy guide. So let's get started. So whenever playing this game, the equipment you're going to need: a deck of cards, some chips, or just chips, and then you can also replace that with money if you would like. And then this is optional. You have stickers or buttons, little blind, big blind, and dealer. For this game, you can set these chips to be whatever price you may want. For this example, we have our black is 5, blue is 3, green is 2, red is 1, and then we're gonna have the white as 50 cents. So we have the little blind and the big blind that I said before. The little blind was gonna take the minimum bet, and we're gonna have our minimum bet being $1. The big blind is gonna take twice as much as that. So could you please take your amount? Okay, great. So here you can see he has $1 and he has $2. Now, the little blind and the big blind are to the left of the dealer. So the little blind will be right here. The big blind would actually be right here. But for the sake of this video, we're going to be having them on near each other so that it fits in the frame. So now the dealer would deal the cards. These are called the home cards. You go this, 2, 1, 2. Now, the player is able to look at his cards and see what type of hand that he may get. So here, the little blind has his cards and the big blind has his cards. The point of the dealer is to distribute cards to see if either of these two players are going to be willing to raise their bet, check, or burn. So now, the dealer is going to burn one card just in case there was any cheating involved and anyone saw the top card. And then he will proceed to reveal 3. Now, after revealing 3, any of these players are going to be given the choice to check, burn, or raise the bet. What would you like to do?
Check.
Check. Checking means that he's going to give up his turn to the next person. The big blind has no choice but to raise since he was not the first one to go. So let's say he raised by another $1. Now, it's going to go back to the little blind, and it keeps on going until everybody decides to check. So what would you like to do with this play?
Match.
He would like to match it. So now the big blind is going to determine if he wants to check. For this example, we're just going to have the round end, so we're going to have him check. So he's going to check. So here we can see that the little blind has his cards and the big blind has his cards. So to start the game, we have the dealer, and he's going to distribute cards along the river. So he's going to burn the first card so that in case anyone was cheating and saw the first top card, that they couldn't use that card to their advantage. And then he's going to reveal 3 cards. After seeing these 3 cards, the little blind, who will be the first person to play, can either raise, check, or burn. So let's say for this example, he decides to check and pass it on to the big blind. The big blind would have to either raise or burn. So let's say he raised. He would either add as much money as he wants. So let's say he adds $1. Go over here. And that would be the end of the first round. Now, beginning the second round, the dealer would have to distribute another card to see whether these players would want to have the same options. So we'll burn 1 and then add another card. After this, the players will choose if they wanted to raise, check, or burn as well. Let's say each player decides to raise, the big blind raises, and then they stop at that and both check. That would be the end of this round. For the last round, you'll burn 1 more and then reveal a 5th. With all of these cards on the table, each player will determine if they could find combinations with the best hand according to the cards that they have, or they could also see if they could find a combination with all of these cards as well. So based on what you have, you would have to expose your cards, and he would expose his. In this case, the big blind would have the better hand. So all of the chips that were raised throughout this whole game or round would go to him. And this is money that he can use for the next rounds for as long as they play the game. Thank you very much.